Hello everyone, and we are back with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And,
Juice for all.
yeah, I didn't really pour it for myself. I guess she poured it for a dead guy.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we'll see, but I
Maybe
don't...
she put it for like someone else. I don't know.
She, like, there's someone else, and she just, like, talked to the killer, like, hey, you wanna have some juice? You stabbed a
But
guy.
maybe she was trying to appease the killer.
I guess that makes sense. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and... I really am finding this last case frustrating. How blind are you claiming you are? Oh yeah, he was slumped over and tired looking with a fucking knife in his chest.
But maybe she didn't see his chest. You can make the argument at least. That's just when she didn't know that much. I guess because it's a trope that I've seen before and I don't mind that much.
I mean, I guess so. It's more of, like, normally I'd find it more okay, but I just want to get this picture because it is so, like, blatant. Look at that knife.
But yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't make sense, right? But this, again, I don't know where the fucking door is supposed to be, so that's a question. Because where is the door supposed to be in this image? Because from where she came in, she would see the front.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That is what she would see. She would see the front
But like
of the dude.
when we walked in, the door was behind him, so that would make more sense. But whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, either way, he was in the corner.
Perhaps maybe he just normally does this. Maybe like normally gets tired and he stabs himself.
I'm sure that's what all of Japan does. Just like a Japanese. Yeah. I am having a bad day and feel tired. Seppuku!
Exactly.
When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice with a knife. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked over the flower vase over. So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why did you say so in your earlier testimony? Because it was bullshit, if you didn't notice. I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial, and I'm full of bullshit.
Someone's angry.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be that angry, but, like, you know, it's the usual Phoenix Wright thing, whatever, fine. Phoenix, please be shut up. Okay, at least we could be angry at Mia. What did she even talk about now? Please be careful here. And she has said that. She has said that every freaking time here, hasn't she? She's all, like, this entire case, she's like, be careful.
She's like, this is easy, and then you got it wrong.
But yeah, that's literally, she is so mixed up today. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
That's every time.
Oh, seriously. I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Why can't we read your brain, Edgeworth? Why? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Hold it!
I don't actually know yet, obviously, what is wrong with those.
I'm not sure. You might find it impressing, but I can't say, like, any for sure, things that she mentioned there, too.
The only one that seemed to stand out a little bit is that she was like, oh, and then afterwards I knocked over the face. Maybe there's something there.
Yeah, probably so. But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right? Of course not. Then, who did you pour it for? Mr. Wright, there's a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you?
What is the rhyme and reason for time travel?
I don't know. What is the reason for when we act like we didn't hear the rest of the testimony?
In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen.
Precisely. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Like, yeah, you tried and you sucked at it.
Exactly. Hold it! So, it was
So
a
honestly,
mess. Mm-hmm.
if this is how, like, if if this is the first time us hearing the thingy,
Mm-hmm.
this must be honestly really annoying. I see why people don't like Mr. Wright. Like, imagine, like, trying to explain your story. It's like, but then I saw this guy and I poured some glass. Hold it! Who did you pour the glass for? For the dead guy. Hold it! Why did you do that? Come on, let me explain my fucking story, Phoenix.
Man, that would be super annoying. So it was a mess. Like, yeah, he probably does that to everyone. Maybe that's why. You're probably right. That is why everyone hates him. He's walking around with Maya, and she's like, "Hey, Wright." He's like, "Hold it."
What did you want to tell me? Well, I was about to tell you. Shut up. What?
Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Krita?
Yes. No. Objection. Screen doesn't really want to. I understand your frustrations at not being able to prove your theory. However, before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence and a raggy finger.
Grr.
And then, what did you see next, witness?
Hold it! Also, imagine if this is how courts actually worked. They bring up someone to testify, and just every 2 sentences, one of the lawyers shout out, "Hold it."
Yeah, like, now that I've thought about it, it seems to be a really good system.
Yeah. Slumped over? Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. He really looked like he was sleeping.
Okay, wait, see, that's... how does
Yeah.
he know that the eyes are closed but then sees a knife in his chest? Like, that's where it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe here's where we can point out, because, like, that is so bullshit. That is ridiculous. Oh, his eyes were closed. He looked tired. There's probably a knife
But
in his chest.
it's not like the eyes are closed, it's evidence, please.
Right.
He doesn't actually have eyes.
Is it just me, or did that sound a little odd? Well, yeah. Why are you giving us hints now? This is so obvious. This game is weird.
Are there any, like, stakes? Or
I guess.
stakes are quite high.
Hold it! The stakes are 15 minutes high. Just cross your mind. I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because of the crap.
But honestly, that one makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Let's see so much Johnny was so.
And then felt tired after his rampage. Just
I
like
mean,
Johnny
that
was
does make
so.
sense.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I've smashed everything up. Back to give me a sucks. Boom!
So we decided to take a nap. Anyways, that's what I thought. I see. So you didn't think he was dead at all. Hold it! You thought he fainted? I thought he was asleep at first. But then, the room was in such a messy state. Thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone. But you just outdid your last sentence. That doesn't make sense. I thought he went to rampage. I thought he had a fight with someone.
Which I guess no one seems to question it.
No one seems to question that her statements changed like 3 to 4 times already.
That's when you went to pour a glass of juice.
Yes, he always has a hard time waking up. What?
Juice for makeup. So he just like shows the juice in his face.
I guess so. So Juan always has a glass of tomato juice to drink. I guess how the gross taste like just wakes him up.
That makes sense.
That. Yeah. I see. And after that, what happened next? Hold it! And how did you come to realize that he was, in fact, dead? I shook him over and over. Or here. This also might be the place where it's, like, obvious. I shook him. I got close enough to shake him, but I didn't get a response, you know.
But I mean, that one again, like, you can shake him from behind. Like, in a movie or whatever, this can have.
Yeah.
But it's always seeing the eyes closed, but not seeing the dagger thing makes no sense.
Right. Okay, here we go. So I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse. I was shocked and staggered backwards.
And knocked the floorways over. So that's what happened. Don't know if anyone would actually really ever do that in real life unless they're very dramatic people. Like, oh my god, and like step backwards 3 steps, like waving her arms around, hitting the face, like, oh no.
Yeah, probably not. Like, I'm not sure. And I have walked backwards, but I don't think I've... I don't know.
Staggered backwards? Simply
Staggered,
by the realization
yeah.
or something?
Not generally. But I never discovered a dead body, to be fair. This is what it all comes down to.
Okay, then I can tell you.
This is the absolute end for both sides. And Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix! Now is our best chance yet to kill the prosecution's case.
I thought you went first to get
I thought you was gonna say kill Miss Andrews.
Either one. Kill all of them.
Isn't that a bit harsh? Miss Andrews, will you tell us the truth this time? Well, obviously not.
It's a bit harsh to win the case.
I guess.
The left one. The one left. This one.
This one?
I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'll just do quick through, slumped over. Yeah. Okay. Alright. There we are. So what are we thinking here? I want to say the dagger, but actually probably just the crime photo.
Yeah, either one, honestly.
Yeah, I'll try the crime photo. Take objection.
Take objection.
And was wrong. Yeah. Alright, so not quite where we thought it was, but objection. Oh, you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all. Even though this was what you saw when you discovered the body.
You saw black and white.
Ah! What is the meaning of this? Is it obvious, Your Honor? There's a... Okay, so it is what that... Like, why couldn't you... Like, literally, this should have been able to be presented at almost any time in her fucking testimony. That's dumb. Yeah, that's what I was trying to argue with the other one, but it's like, no, it's not the right thing. You have to put it at the last part of her test... Whatever.
It's magic.
Yeah. There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Kreda's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that here was a dead man. That's, well, you see...
But that makes this lie like the worst lie in the history of
Well,
this game.
yeah, seriously. I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted.
Maybe Maya.
Yeah, I'm sure she would. And then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink. Your point is... Shut up, Judge.
Your point is... everything?
Yeah. Miss Andrews, your testimony just now. It was one all giant lie. Yeah, get your glasses broken. Again, get those glass shards in your face. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly, that you are the real killer.
And a terrible liar.
Yeah. No! And then she became Darth Vader.
Funny, that's cool.
Yeah. Looks like the defenses somehow brought the ugly truth to light.
Wait, now you agree? like literally 2 words ago, you're like, I don't get it.
Seriously. Oh,
it's almost like it doesn't matter what your evidence is as long as you make a statement.
That does seem to be the case. Like, if there was a statement button instead of an evidence button, like, literally, Phoenix Wright could prove that everyone was, you know, innocent and guilty with a potato. This potato proves everything, and the judge is like, magnificent.
You figured it all out. It was indeed the potato or a gun.
The defendant, Mr. Matt Engard, is not guilty after all. But that's impossible. You're wrong.
I said we did trying to defend him.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
I mean, you gotta be at least a decent killer, dude. You're like in the first case, woman.
Seriously.
Try to have some composure, you murderer.
Yeah, you gotta get better at life. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan. But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so is that you might end up incriminating yourself. That's because... Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you? I refuse to testify. I think you're kind of beyond that point, lady. And the judge is like, no. Then there's no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Engard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated. Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt.
It's like he already acknowledges that this is this video game, Phoenix. There's no such thing as another perfect case.
Right, exactly.
It's like, right, there's a case where I only won. Lame.
Right, I only won. The killer didn't have a breakdown. This isn't real life. This isn't real video game life. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Engard.
Totally guilty.
That's you.
I can't judge it. It's frozen on the judge's face.
That's unfortunate.
He was looking at me very angry.
The judge loves to look at people angry. That's like his fetish.
Your Honor.
Pure anger.
Prosecution fears that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple. I'm a dick.
Seriously.
I
guess
like
he just really wants to see Maya die.
Right there, obviously. This witness has yet to speak about the absolute real truth.
That sounds super redundant. I don't know, the absolute real truth.
Yeah.
The absolute real truth? What are you?
Gandalf, obviously.
Yeah.
Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who would be planned to the silly idea in your head.
That would be
But as
Von
long as you
Karma.
protect... Yeah, obviously. But as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt Engard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. It sounds like a game, too. It's a guilty party. Just a corpse party.
Man, yeah. Corpse party. Looking forward to that. That's a lie. I don't believe you.
Yeah, one comment pretty, like, persuasive.
Yeah, she is.
What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Watt would never be declared guilty.
You are still in front of case of court.
I know, seriously. Also, like, geez, how persuasive is Von Karma? I guess, Miss Andrews here really digs the dominatrix act.
Yeah, a bit good whipping and it all worked out.
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
But I mean, like, she like admitted that like her whole life goal is to make that guy guilty.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I'm sure this is going somewhere, but that's pretty ridiculous. If I talk of him, he'll go free, and that's the worst possible thing. Like, Jesus, lady. I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's friends. Well, yes, I know, Mia. Can you just...
Wait, no one else knew it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But we knew it. Franciscus Von Karma, huh? Don't you remember, Phoenix? Well, yeah, we obviously do.
It isn't Phoenix. Maybe she like screwed with Phoenix's brain to make herself look cooler.
Maybe so. Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. I feel like they just had her speak redundancies, for one, to get to show more of her breasts, and two, because they were worried people were too distracted by her breasts. And like...
Like, wait, we gotta show her breasts, but no one knows what the game is about anymore. So it's just named Breast Attorney. Breasts for all.
Man, that is the best title for anything. If ever there was a true name for a porno, it would be that.
Breast Attorney.
Well, breasts for all, actually.
Okay, that works too.
Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself. Then, right now, Miss Andrews is... Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss Von Karma. How is this a lifesaver in any way? It is horribly screwing her over.
Well, I mean, it kind of saved her.
I guess. I mean, it did until now.
I mean, if she had talked, she would already be guilty too. So I mean,
probably so. Don't say a word. No matter what happens, if you do, Matt Engard will be acquitted. Sandrews undyingly believes in those words right now, and is clinging on to them for some reason.
I mean, I can understand dependency, but this woman is just silly.
Yeah, that's what I'm, like, you know, that's another thing. Normally, codependency, that's actually an interesting topic to cover. But I don't think you just meet someone and it's like, oh, I've got to depend on their words. She told me Matt Engard would go free, and that's a bad thing? Oh, man, I gotta believe that shit. It's like, what? But you literally just...
You should tell her, like, if you did confess, you will totally be found innocent, and he will, like, get found guilty, as long as you confess everything.
Right, exactly. We really should. And what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. People with mental...
He's really hung up on this idea that someone is, like, not gonna be found guilty.
I know, seriously.
Like, why does he care so much? Like, he's like, I could save Maya, but I want to win this, bitch.
Yeah, that seems to be the most important thing to him. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is... to get our not guilty. That is my only priority.
That sounds like it.
It doesn't. Wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help. Please. Someone. Oh my god.
Spider-Man.
You only get one. Mr. Wright.
Did Spider-Man always say for once?
I guess so. Maybe Miss Von Karma was Spider-Man, and that's why she trusts her so much. Yes, Your Honor? The court...
I want German Spider-Man.
Jeez. The court can't continue on like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? I don't know. What does this have to do with us? The court can't continue, so what do you want to do, Phoenix?
Well, we could, like, play Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Why don't you just think very carefully about this? How is this?
I don't know.
Think about what this witness did and what she did not do.
Oh my gosh, what is even going on anymore? I'm confused.
And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime. Boy, it's me.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else who could be except the woman crying over there. Is that what you just tell yourself all the time? It's like a dead guy and you're like, there's a crying woman, it's like, it's obvious.
She's guilty.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard of victim blaming, but just silly. Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? But honestly, I want to say forget the request not guilty verdict because that makes more sense.
Right, exactly. Okay, it's time to make the ultimate decision that will change everything.
That's not good theoretic, because that's actually our job.
Exactly. What she says, Miss Andrews is the only person it could be. Not to mention, I don't have a choice. I have to win a complete acquittal today. Your Honor, the defense believes there's enough evidence to substantiate our claim. Therefore, we motion that this court passes a verdict of not guilty as soon as possible.
I'm just pointing you, Wright. Doing your job. That's why you talking don't go to school, bitch. What have you learned in this past year? When I was trying to play dead.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However...
I commend you for trying, because I wish to teach this fucking noob a lesson. But he doesn't want to play Twister today, man.
However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth. You're wrong. Phoenix wrong.
I was about to say it. Such a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However, new.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since he absolutely refused to testify, I have to beat it out of him. It flies on my shoulders to get closest to the court.
Stop. Mr. Edgeworth! Man.
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. Being a man.
Jeez, apparently you're right. What?
Because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past.
Stop. Please stop.
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here.
Ah, that's
a piece of paper. And what's that?
It is. That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report. Yes, I know.
What may you do now, witness? Now that I've shown you this, you could say just do nothing, but
seriously.
You know what I'm about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of that pitiful woman known as Adrian. Did you say that? That fucking bitch sucks.
That's a terrible person. The true nature of that pitiful woman. I mean, it's kind of true, but that's out of nowhere.
I mean, they say that about a guy who's on, like, stand.
Uh-huh. I don't know if you can say that on someone who's currently on stand. Just, like, make fun of him like that. Secret of her codependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world. Yeah, apparently so.
I think you've brought this up like 200 times already.
Yeah, seriously. Please, please stop! I beg you. If people find out... Like, seriously, what are you so worried about? I mean, I get it, in a way, but at the same time... She's too serial. I mean, like, serially. Like, she was about to be jailed, and like, how does she expect Engard to, you know, like, get jailed if she's, like, I don't even know. I don't know how this is worse than going to jail and probably being executed for being a murderer. Like, yeah. People find out, I'll attempt suicide again.
Right, if you're going to say you would choose death, that is no consent.
See? Yeah, bam! Edgeworth gets it. Edgeworth, how can you be so cold?
He invests all his warmth into your bed. However, before you die...
Before you die!
Jesus!
It sounds like Edgeworth's, like, going to plan and help her, he's like, after he forces her to say all this...
Yeah, say stuff he would hate, but commit suicide.
Yeah, he's...
I will put that string around your neck personally.
No
matter what I have to do.
Jeez. Is this what he learned
I
after?
believe you overstepping your bounds as a prosecutor.
I think so too. Like, what did he learn that year he was away?
He learned that in the like Eastern countries we do like persuasion a little bit different.
Guess so.
Get the waterboarding stuff ready.
Oh man.
So will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either way, it's fine with me.
I'll talk, but please help me.
Damn it, commit suicide.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Nothing matters anymore. My crime.
Judge, like honestly, Phoenix would just be like, can we just forget about this? Judge, give me the fucking not guilty verdict.
Yeah,
I got somewhere to be.
That's totally what we should do. But apparently, like, the judge hasn't even said anything about this.
I think he's just dumbstruck.
I guess so. He is dumbstruck a lot. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room, and then
She made a rainbow dash.
Yeah. I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume. Stabbed the body with the knife? But why would you do that? It's obvious to pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man. What do you mean by all of this?
Obviously, actually. It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth.
The real killer is Matt, that scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time. Last time?
So Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, John Corder, in the chest with the knife. Is that still considered a crime?
Yeah.
I think it's the mutilation of like.
Yeah,
body.
it's mutilation, and trying to pin the murder on someone else is definitely a crime.
Is that a crime when you believe that they're the killer? Well, I mean, I guess it's still a crime, but what if the guy was the killer and never found guilty?
If they
but
were
I guess you still like it's still tampering with evidence.
Yeah, it would be like, I don't know if it'd be a long time in jail or anything like that, but you'd still get in trouble for tampering with evidence.
However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt Engard for the murder, which makes it totally okay. And this is her crime. Fucking minor crime. Framing someone for murder. I do that every day, man.
Sure, that's literally all he did while he was away for a year. What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer? Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination so I can get back to being shocked.
But honestly, what has this changed? It's not like she gave us any new evidence, so she was like, oh yeah, he did it.
Yeah, seriously, it doesn't feel like it changed anything. I feel like I know where they're going with this, but even then, yeah, it doesn't seem like it changed anything. It seems, honestly, this particular statement feels like it's incriminating her more than anything.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, in a way, like, it frees her from possibly having, like, it gives an outright explanation to stuff without her being a killer. But, I mean, Matt Engard is still considered not guilty, honestly, because she hasn't given any evidence of why he would be guilty.
Right, exactly. She's just like, I found a dead body and framed the guy sleeping in my room.
I mean, honestly, she sounds like a psycho now.
Yeah, exactly.
She, like, the moment she finds a dead guy, it's like, he did it!
She does. She thought he did it.
He finds like a dead cat on the street. It's like, he did it! He would stab the cat with a knife and prove it.
Man, it's probably what she did. Anyways,
Either way, we should
thank you all for watching. Ah,
We'll stab you all next time.